That is Gino Montalvo, Rex Gabriel here with your big, fat, juicy sports. Obviously, if you're living on this big blue ball, you already know that the New Orleans Saints and the Indianapolis Colts are headed to Miami for Super Bowl 44 after the Saints edged Minnesota Vikings 31-28 in overtime. Definitely a nail-biter with the Colts, ending the New York Jets Cinderella season 30-17. The Saints spoiled Viking quarterback Brett Favre's comeback season with Garrett Hartley's field goal in overtime. That guy's like, what, 23 years old? Can you imagine winning the game like that and heading the team to the Super Bowl that's never been there before, winning the NFC Championship and sending New Orleans to the Super Bowl? Pretty sweet for a first time.
Where's my raise?
The four-time MVP Peyton Manning led the charge of the Colts with their comeback from an 11-point halftime deficit. I thought that game was over, and they ended up taking down the Jets and their rookie quarterback Mark Sanchez in the AFC Championship game. You mark your calendars. The big game is less than 2 weeks away on February the 7th. And guess who's performing? The Who, scheduled to play the halftime show at this year's Super Bowl. So this ought to be absolutely awesome. All right, who you rooting for? You gotta pick a side over there.
Who am I rooting for?
Now, my wife and stepson, big Colts fans. I'm going for New Orleans because I think for the New Orleans economy, for the New Orleans people, I think that this would be a tremendous moral boost.
It would be a boost for them, but I'm going to say the Colts because they've played before Miami and they've won in Miami.
And a financial boost for the
Man,
city.
Made me feel bad over here. I'm not trying to destroy the city over there, but the record shows they've won in Miami before. Twice they've won there. So I'm going to say they're going to get lucky again and do it.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. So I'll go Colts.
I already took a little bit of grief last night.
From who?
My wife. Oh. She's like, you can't. What do you mean? I said, I'm going to go for New Orleans on this one. She's like, you were rooting for the Vikings a little while ago. And I said, well, yeah, I'm rooting forever. Looks like they're going to rock the house. It really didn't matter to me who won that game last night. But now that we're headed for the Super Bowl, it's time to pick a side.
Pick a color. All right, I pick my side.
It's time for you to buy a jersey on the side of the road. And maybe a big Selena blanket.
While you're at it.
I don't know. Wherever they sell that stuff. You know, they always have that.
I think they put a stop to that.
Did they?
I think so. That little location they had.
Okay.
There's like an eyeglass
All right, well,
place.
it's time to buy some shoes then on the other side of the freeway. Out of the back of a dude's car. 2 guys in the morning. Let's see what New Orleans making the question. Hey, man. You give me $5 if I tell you where you got your shoes.
$5?
$5. $5. I tell you where you got your shoes.
Where I got my shoes at?
On your feet. Give me your money. 2 guys in the morning on C101.